Hello, I'm Clark Crawford, and welcome back to the latest edition of Clark Crawford Sports. Today, we're going to take a look ahead into the Astros versus Yankees series, which begins tonight on Tuesday. If you missed the weekend events, the Astros lost 2 of 3 to the Mariners over the weekend. I will not be talking about that today in this video, not looking back at the series like I sometimes do. If you missed my live stream, which I talked about the Astros Mariners series, broke it all down, go back and check that out. I did a live stream on Sunday breaking it down. And well, as we were all hoping with a lead going into the 8th and 9th innings, well, the Astros might actually take care of business. But yet again, the bullpen faltered, and now they have 8 blown saves on the season. And well, that's another topic for later in the video. But nonetheless, they are now 12 and 22 headed into the Yankee series. You have 128 games left to hopefully get out of this mess that you're in. They're in 4th place in the AL West. There's still 128 games left. Keep your heads up because anything can happen. With all that being said, like, comment, subscribe to my channel, and we're going to get into Astros versus Yankees talk, breaking it all down, and that begins right now. Into the Astros-Yankees series, round 2 of the season, when they met to open the season, as many of you may remember, the Yankees swept the Astros in a 4-game series. So that brings us to May 7th, 8th, and 9th, where they match up for the second and final time on the year, unless they meet in the postseason. The Astros are currently 12 and 22 on the year with a 5 and 10 road record, and the Yankees begin the season 23 and 13, 11 and 5 at home. Pitching matchup to open up the series with the Yankees is going to be the Astros are sending to open the series right-handed pitcher Justin Verlander to the mound, 1-0 with the 2.08 ERA, has 13 strikeouts so far on the year. The strikeouts are important as well as wins because he keeps trying to climb the ladder in both of those categories to continue to solidify his Hall of Fame resume, as he is definitely a future Hall of Famer. The Yankees are sending out right-handed pitcher Luis Gil, 2-1 with the 3.19 ERA. So Gil, so far in the year, has more than held his own, and he's been good for the Yankees in 31 innings with 40 strikeouts. So a tough right-hander the Astros are going to need to muster up some runs against because, well, the Yankees have been tearing through most of the league, and they have shown so far no signs of slowing down. 2 of the series is a pitching matchup between Astros right-handed pitcher Spencer Arrighetti, who's 0-3 with the 8.27 ERA, 16 and a third innings pitched with 21 strikeouts. Arrighetti looking for his first career Major League win here. He's not been very good so far, but the last couple of starts he has gotten better. So after kind of getting rocked around in his first few starts, he started to pitch well as of late. Rodon, Yankees southpaw, 2-2 with the 3.68 ERA in 36 and 2/3 innings with 36 strikeouts. Now, Carlos Rodon, so far, fortunately for Yankee fans, he's having a bounce-back year, as last year was arguably one of the worst seasons of his career. So the Yankees, a nice sign of warm welcome for him in his second year with the Yankees as he signed a big contract last offseason. Game 3 of the series, the potential rubber match and the series finale, the Astros are going to go with Ronel Blanco, 3-0 with the 2.09 ERA, 38 and 2/3 with 36 strikeouts. Blanco, of course, threw a no-hitter early in the season, and, well, he's been the Astros' best starter. There's no secret to him. I think the league is starting to notice him more than they ever have as he's pitched in parts of other seasons. But Blanco's been their best starter. There's no other way to put it. He's been outstanding, and if it weren't for him and his 3 wins out of the Astros' 12, well, doing the math, they could very well only have 9 wins, if not 8 or 7. Series finale, the Yankees are going with right-handed pitcher Marcus Stroman, their big pitching offseason acquisition. Now, Stroman is 2-1 with the 3.41 ERA. In 37 innings, he has 35 strikeouts. Stroman's been a nice welcome sign for the Yankees, having a solid year so far early on in his first season. So for Yankee fans, they hope he continues to pitch well. They desperately need a series win, as they should have won 2 out of 3 against the Mariners, but unfortunately they did not. So taking this series against the Yankees, hopefully will get them back on track, which they seem to be as before the Mariners series. But they have won 5 out of 8 as of late. So hopefully they can wake up and start to get their season cooking, because it's getting early late. To highlight some of the offensive numbers, as you can see on the screen, the Yankees leader in home runs, average, and RBIs is going to be Juan Soto. He's got 8 homers, a 316 average, a 421 on base percentage, and 28 RBIs. He was an Astros nightmare of a matchup in Houston as he dominated in that 4-game series. He was a large reason why the Yankees won all 4 games, as it seems in his roughly 20 at-bats in the series, it felt like he was on base every time. Also, I wanted to highlight on the Yankee side of things offensively, Aaron Judge, their star outfielder, so far in the year, if you were curious, he's hitting 220 with 7 homers and 20 RBIs. Aaron Judge shown a little bit of power with 7 homers. His average is way down, and his RBIs is about middle of the pack. So for Aaron Judge, he's off to a little bit of a slow start so far this year, but certainly the Astros have had his number for most of his career. But Aaron Judge is one of those guys who can get hot at any times, so don't take him for granted. And Astros fans definitely don't take him lightly, because Aaron Judge is one of those guys that it just takes one at bat for him to get hot, and next thing you know, he's dominating you for an entire series. And well, then if Aaron Judge gets hot, and then Juan Soto continues what he did to you in the first 4 games, the Astros could very well get swept in this series. So another thing to keep an eye on side of things, their leaders on the season, Kyle Tucker leads in home runs. He's got 9 homers with the 276 average, and he's also the team leader in homers and RBIs with 9 homers and 23 RBIs. Jose Altuve leads the team in batting average with a 343 average and a 406 on base percentage. But the Astros were going to have one of the scariest bullpens in the major leagues, but that has been the opposite. We thought the bullpen was going to be scary, meaning they were going to be pitching well. I have the numbers, and well, we're going to go through them right now, because the bullpen has been one of the worst in the majors, other than a few guys. Josh Hader, part of the scary back into the bullpen, what was supposed to be. He's 1-3 with the 6.14 ERA. He's given up 11 runs this year, which is the same amount he gave up all of last season. Yeah, those are some scary numbers, not how we wanted them to be. Ryan Presley is 0-1 with the 5.27 ERA. Talk about a train wreck, just like Josh Hader. At home, Brian Abreu has been the best of these 3 guys that I'm mentioning right now, but that doesn't say much, as I'm not defending Brian Abreu's performance by a long shot. But Abreu's numbers are as follow. He's got 1 win, 1 loss on the year, and his ERA stands at 4.32. We thought the Astros bullpen was going to be scary and was going to be a 3-headed monster. Many of us, like myself, thought this might be the best 7-8-9 combo in baseball. Well, it's been arguably the worst 7-8-9 combo in baseball, and these 3-headed this 3-headed monster, these pitchers, and of course including the entire bullpen, have blown 8 saves on the year. I did not have it on my bingo card to start the year that Seth Martinez and Taylor Scott would be your best relievers in the bullpen in 2024 so far. The Astros have a lot of problems on this team. I'm not defending them in any means. I'm just giving a few numbers and giving my thoughts. They need to shape up real quick if they're going to turn it around. That's what I'm here to tell you. I hope it starts tonight in New York, but if it doesn't, we could be in for a world of hurt. and maybe we only win 70 games this year, which would be a major, and I mean a major disappointment. We're going to find out soon whether they can turn this around, because I give it till the end of May. If you do not turn it around by the end of May, it'd be a pretty good idea to have a fire sale. But the last two things to note: number one, Dana Brown was asked recently, I'm not sure if it was today or not, but I saw a report that Dana Brown was asked by reporters, would you consider a fire sale? And Dana Brown straight up said no. So, all of you out there, and I know I alluded to it in my live stream of who I would trade, and go back and check that out. If we did have a semi fire sale or a full fire sale, I those names in my live stream. I'm not going to drop them here because I also want you to check out that video if you missed it. But he straight up said no to a fire sale. So anyone getting their hopes up or still think it may happen, I think it's maybe a 5 or a 10% chance tops. Came out late this morning, early this afternoon, that Astros right-handed pitcher JP France, who's pitching for AAA Sugarland, the Space Cowboys, is going to be out for a while with a shoulder injury. JP France will be out for a while with shoulder soreness. So another blow to the Astros season, as I thought it was likely JP France pitches well, he finds his way back to the Astros because, well, so many other guys have been struggling and he could probably replace one of them. So JP France likely to be out for a while, and who knows, he may not make his way back to the majors later this season because you potentially have some other pitchers coming back later this season, as Christian Javier is likely to join the rotation this weekend in Detroit already. So that's going to be a likely 6-man rotation in the 29 games in 30 days already. So your Astros update for May 7th. It's not looking pretty, but the season's not over. That'll do it for me today. That'll do it for me for the latest edition here on Clark Crawford Sports. Like my video, comment down below, subscribe to my channel if you aren't already, and I'll see all of you in the next edition of Clark Crawford Sports later this week.